Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho.
And when you're down here with me,
You float down.
Like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Friday the 14th podcast. Yeah. How you
It's your
doing,
boy.
Pointers?
I'm doing pretty good. Chilling. Um, freaking, I'm in Rockport, and there was like a scale of like how much rain we've gotten in this area. So it was like Corpus got like 7 inches of rain or something like yesterday, and like Aransas and Ingleside got like 4 or 5, and then like Rockport got 11.5 inches of rain. Just our whole town has been flooded.
Hmm. So that's not the good 7 inches then. It's the bad 7 inches.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, y'all got the 7 inches. We got stiff with the 11.5 inches. We got stiffed real hard too.
All right. So the movie we're gonna be talking about today is VHS. If you have never heard of this movie,
You can
uh,
catch it on VHS if
you
you
guys
have.
are VHS back in the early 80s,
I don't know, man.
late 70s.
I only watched VHS when I was 5.
Well, anyways, no, you cannot watch this movie on VHS. I mean, we'll tell you where it's streamed on later on, but yeah, it's just the title of the movie we'll be talking about. So there was supposed to be a Manny Fresh. That was gonna be a surprise, but yeah, he's not
Yeah,
able to make it.
sorry, Manny. We were supposed to have it yesterday because normally we do Wednesdays, but I wasn't feeling too well, so we had to reschedule till today. So sorry, Manny. I love you. Keep being fresh, bro.
Keeping fresh. Let's see. So we're gonna jump right into the spoiler-free synopsis. So the synopsis, we can make up our own version, or we can just go by this. It's not that long of a synopsis like the usual ones. So it's when a group of misfits are hired by an unknown third party to burglarize a desolate house and acquire a rare VHS tape. They discover more found footage than they bargained for. Yeah. So if you're wondering what VHS are looking for, is this the movie they're in? It's like weird.
Yeah, buddy.
Nah. But yeah, the spoiler-free snaps. The cast, I then most of the time in horror movies you don't even know, like they're not a bunch of big names like you would get like with Samuel Jackson or John Cusack.
Yeah, this one was a lot of relatively unknown actors. None of I've ever seen. This movie was out in 2012,
12.
I believe, and I've never seen any of the actors ever in these movies.
Yeah. I mean, maybe from the here and there, they probably got more fame. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the
Just
only one I might have seen was the girl from the first video.
the first story.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
that's probably it. Like, I don't think I've seen any of the guys that I can think of.
Well, the top cast, we had Calvin Reeder. He played Gary. A segment tape 56. Um, the funny thing is, just like trying to go over like tape whatever 50, whatever it's labeled as. I'm not sure if that's just what the story was called, or I don't know. I think there's like
Yeah, they didn't
it's a
really
bunch of
have
different
stories. We're gonna
segments.
have to make up names for each story.
Hmm. Trying to think of which one 56 is. But anyways, they played Gary in the movie. There's another guy named Lane Hughes who played Zach, with Zak.
Yeah, that's how you knew
Zach
he was gonna.
also in tape 56. Adam Wingard.
There was
played
4
Brad.
stories. Oh God, is that a spoiler?
Is there? I thought there was like 5.
I think there is 5 actually.
Adam Wingard. I think he's could be wrong, but I think he's like a director. I know in the second film, one of the directors came on their own little story. Hannah Fireman. That's not how you say it. It's Fireman or FIE.
Fireman.
I'm gonna say Fireman. Played Lily,
Fireman. Fireman.
and I believe that's the girl in the first story. Without
Oh
giving
yeah.
any spoilers. Ken Tucker. Oddly, it's an interesting name. Ken Tucker.
Kentucker.
Played, he
Is he
plays
from
rocks.
Kentucker?
That's not even his like character name. That's his actual name. Frank Stack. Frank Sexton, also a cool name. He plays Old Man in segment tape 56.
That's an important character.
So I'm assuming tape 56 is the overall. It's not one of the videos you see on the VHS, but the overall story that's building around it.
I guess. I mean, I don't remember seeing any labels or names.
Yeah, they didn't put any
Some of
labels,
them
but
were.
it's kind of
Some of them didn't have any labels, so I'm.
you just have to do your own research on like what's they're called and whatever.
We're
And
about
there's
to make them all up right now. Somebody's gonna go on Wikipedia right after our podcast and name each story whatever we call them today.
yeah, there's a lot of casts as usual. We always go the lazy route, not try to mention every single person. Let's see. Kind of little. Yeah. Tired. Little. Not too much. Spoiler free rating.
I hadn't really thought about this.
You're
I'll give it a 3.
gonna give it a 3?
Yeah.
To be honest, it goes because for me, I think I want to give it a 4 or a 3.5.
I was leaning into 3.5, but I'm just like,
I think it's because the second I watched the second movie or all of them already, but so I enjoyed the second one a bit more than this first one.
first one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess
I
I'm
might have
going with that.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie for sure. Like, I would even consider giving it a 3.5. I mean, 3 is just the average. Like, I didn't really hate it, but I don't think it's like was the greatest movie ever.
That, I was trying to go more into detail, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I kind of go into the actual movie, talk about it, and I guess come up with more of a reason why of the actual rating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But for me, a 3.5.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a 3.5 too, because I really did like a lot of like the twists that happened were really cool. Like how they how most of the stories ended. I thought they were pretty. You almost really couldn't kind of guess what the ending was going to be for each story, or like, you start watching horror movies and you kind of already have a pretty good idea of how it's going to end in a sense, just by like kind of seeing what's going on in the story. You're like, oh, this person's probably this person. Like what I said that I liked about oh shit, yeah, Urban Legend. I kind of felt like Urban Legend was kind of left you on your toes, like who was this person or who was that person, or like kind of making you guess who the killer is in a sense. And I think the stories kind of each did their own kind of twist and turn. So I thought, 3.5. You're right.
All right. Spoiler warning. So currently, I think you can check it on Pluto TV. I saw on the Tubi. On Tubi, you can watch it there, but I think it said it was gonna be leaving the Tubi pretty soon.
Shit.
So
Yeah, I watched it on Tubi. Pluto TV is
Yeah.
too hard to find stuff, man. Like it's cool that you can watch free things, but I couldn't find it on Pluto TV. But I probably wasn't searching good enough.
Gotta like scroll through a bunch of it. Yeah. So Pluto TV needs to work on. So let's see. Favorite scenes.
um, like I said, I really did like a lot of the endings. There were kind of a lot of twists.
Or favorite story.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess there was five. Um, favorite scene. What I thought. Okay, I don't know about favorite scene, but I thought what was really cool because like the quality of each video and each even the movie itself, like where the main story overall, like it was like videotape quality for the most part, you know, or they try to make it look that way, you know, that was like old fashioned kind of video look for a lot of these. And what I thought was really cool is when they added the effects with the old movies, so it kind of made it like look like it was more kind of realistic in a sense because like everything was just so um you know that homemade movie look like you know there's a difference when you like shoot a you know watch a cinematic video or movie and then you like go record stuff on your cell phone or on camera and you don't really edit it, it kind of just looks homemade looking. That's kind of what this whole movie kind of looks like, but when they add like actual effects in it, I thought they were really cool. And I thought one of the coolest ones was at the very end, the last anthology or story. Um, the kids in the house, like the house was kind of closing up on them, and like the door just started like closing, like really small, but like it's in that like homemade video world. So it was just like, wow, that's just really cool how they got the effects to look like you know there's still effects but they're like in this homemade video world so they just seem like I would assume it would be actually harder to make those effects look as part of the homemade video. So I thought that was actually really cool whenever they were doing like cool effects like that or the little arms flying out of the wall and just like anything in general that they did in these videos. I was just like, dude, this is really cool like that they can actually do stuff. So I really enjoyed that. The first video was pretty cool, you know, with the effects of you. I guess they did a pretty good job of just not really showing like that one girl in the very first video her full form, but you like can tell she turned into like some kind of like demon, winged demon or something, and picks up this guy into the air, just drops him, and I thought that was pretty cool. You know how they you know, I don't know how they figured that out or how they did that. But that was really cool, like a really cool effect. Um, yeah, I thought those were cool.
Well, when it comes to stories, I do think the beginning and the last one were the best ones. Not to take away from the middle middle area of the movie itself, but I mean, um,
Yeah, I
that's
forgot. Like two of them were kind of boring. I think the last one and the first one were pretty exciting and different. What was the other? Oh yeah, and then there was the one in the woods. That
the
one was pretty.
woods.
That one was kind of cool. You know, where like the that chick wanted revenge on that one. I guess some kind of killer, but she couldn't catch him on video.
It's
So
like
like
a
every time you'd see the video, it'd be distorted or something. Like he's a
invisible.
glitch.
It's the glitch killer.
Yeah, the glitch killer or something. And I was like, what the hell? Like that's his. Like I don't know, it just looks crazy. Like how they did that stuff. And I really liked that idea what they did in that one because they used the video to their advantage. You know what I mean? Like they put the glitch guy inside of the video. Like you can only get that effect if someone was videotaping this person. So like whoever came up with the idea for that story was to me really clever. Like using that idea to its fullest by having this guy who couldn't be caught on camera and he was being glitchy and stuff like that. Like I thought that was a really neat and creative idea. Whoever came up with that story for that. It was really cool.
Um, Yeah, I'm still trying to think like scene wise. I mean, initially all the scenes are pretty cool. I like just going back to like story wise. Um, I'd say it was the first one. More the idea like with the glasses cam.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Like, and then going to the bar and like during the whole time, like his friends are in the background and you see that girl, the main girl they focus on, or he focuses on. Just like all just staring in the in the back, their eyes like all again like all wide open. Oh, and then
Yeah.
he goes up to her and like she whispers, "It's like I like you." He's like, I was like, what? He was drinking himself, so he's like kind of little, feeling it.
Yeah, I remember whenever like I've been trying to like watch for certain things because like I've learned and if you're a good director of a movie, you do a really good job of like putting who's gonna be like important like in front of the camera, like whether it's an item or a character. And so I kept noticing that girl like just staring straight like at him and whoever I've been like looking for that now more, like what is the director focusing on for those types of scenes. And yeah, they did a really good job of like making that girl really stand out, like that you just knew like what the fuck, why does that girl keep staring at him like that?
Her whole
Like
behavior
it
and
was,
everything.
yeah, it was
Like
being weird.
when they go out, they're on the outside before they take off on the car or whatever. She's like standing by a tree, or she's like all crouching. Like, I was like, what the fuck you doing on the like all crouched down like that? The guy tries to go near her, and then she gets up all fast, like her like the way she stands up real quick, like walks away.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like not very like normal.
On top of my head, does it look like a play symbol?
Play symbol, the little triangle.
And every time I look at it, I could see it like press
A
play.
play single, or it's a little party
Press
hat.
play. Press play. It's a party hat now.
Okay, party hat.
There we go. It's a party hat.
We're celebrating
Uh,
my belated birthday.
exactly. Happy belated birthday. And happy birthday, Andy. I know it's your birthday, I think today, right? Or is that yesterday?
Yes. The 8th,
Yes.
ocho.
For both. His birthday's today and yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. That's today.
Oh. Um
Patrick
yeah.
Wilson's birthday was my birthday too.
Huh?
Patrick Wilson's birthday is on my birthday too.
Yeah, you lucky bastard. You get to have that sexy guy
That sexy guy.
as your birthday too.
My birthday twin.
What was I gonna tell you? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I really, a lot of the stories, like the only story, or I guess, are we gonna go into dislikes, or did you have
Alright.
more likes?
I guess before going, I don't know, to maybe dislikes, kind of go real brief over the other stories. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
okay, so
I mean,
there's
there was something good in each one, I think.
that succubus. I think that's what they refer to. That girl, that monster girl, is referred to.
Oh, it was a succubus. That makes
So there's that
sense.
one. The second one was about the couple.
Yeah.
So the couple, they're filming their little vacation, whatever. And what goes on is they stay the night, whatever, in the motel area. Next night, money goes missing. He thinks it's his girlfriend.
Well, like that one was
Um,
really cool too. Like I like, you know, the more I think about it, the more I want to move my rating to a 4. But like the way like they did each story, like it kind of kept you on your toes. Like, the first story was kind of more of a surprise horror. Like you didn't expect, the chick to like flip out and become like a monster and start, doing what she did to all the people there. Um, and then the second one, you got like that creepy vibe. Like you felt anxious watching it because you saw someone else that wasn't the couple turn on the camera and like, she was pulling out a knife and stuff. So she was
oh
like,
yeah,
she was making the audience anxious the whole time. She was doing her thing. So it was just like, oh man, like this is fucking weird. Like, you get kind of like creepy crawlies. You're like, what is she gonna do to them? Like how the hell did she get inside their apartment? or their motel room or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of something I just skipped over. It's like, oh, what did he gets robbed, whatever. But no, before the when gets money taken from him and he thinks it's his girlfriend, the the person there's a person who knocks at the door, and they don't show the person whenever the boyfriend answers the door. He was like, oh, it's this girl, whatever. She wanted a ride or something,
Hmm.
but he didn't want to he didn't want to give her a ride at that time or whatever. It was like all late.
Hmm.
So anyways, after that whole thing, there's a second night, or even it was even the first time, but regardless, yeah, the whole thing where the person it picks up the camera and you're seeing from that person's holding the camera. You think it's the boyfriend picking up the camera and just filming, or either one of them, the couple is picking up the camera. Um, but you see it like because they also grow, I think first, and then
Hmm.
the hand you see on like he's touching the leg, I think, if I remember correctly,
Hmm.
and it pans over to the boyfriend, like, oh, so it is like someone got inside the area.
Yeah. And then the third movie was
The
that
third
one
one
was
was
the hiking one, right?
the in the woods, yeah,
yeah, in the woods. Um,
the glitch killer.
yeah, the glitch killer, and that one was really cool too. You know, that one to me was more like I think what this movie tried to do was give you like a little taste of all the different types of horror. So this one would have been like your classic teenage slasher kind of like flick feel. So you kind of got that feel from this movie. You know, at first, you know, like I said, they did a really good job of misleading you, and you don't really know like the outcome for a lot of things. But um, you know, I thought the girl was going to be the killer. You know, the way she was acting from the very beginning, like, why did you tell blah 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 it was going to be a girls' night, and why did you tell me you were going to be alone? And now we're all here. Like she's like made up all these lies to get everyone to go. So like you could tell like there was something going on with her. So I was like, okay, he's suspicious of her. And then when that first girl got killed, at first I was confused because like because you know you kept seeing little flashes of like dead people and shit. So I thought like maybe it was a flash of like something that he was seeing through the camera. So like I was waiting for it to revert back to her regular face because she had that knife like going through her eye, and then it never went away, and I was just like, oh shit, so this is really happening. And then you see that glitch in the camera, and you're like, what the fuck? Like this is weird. And then yeah, it was just strange that that was like that. Um, and then yeah, pretty much anything they did didn't really affect this guy. So that was pretty cool. I don't know.
I had
I liked how it kind of went.
it's kind of funny or like I don't know, like she had the trap set up whatever, and it looks like for a moment she has the glitch guy already. And she gets him because you see the blood coming out whenever he gets snatched, but then it just kind of it was like nothing even happened, like he just regenerated
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, it was really weird, like how that worked, because like you really couldn't tell what happened because of like the glitch. Like you could tell he was stuck inside something, but it was glitching. So you were just like, is he stuck in the glitched world? And then like she pans away and pans back, and then the whole trap's just gone. Not just him. The whole trap was like missing. And I was just like, what the fuck? The whole trap's missing? And then like and then he ends up fucking her up.
Um, Going back to the whole like the reason why you would think that she was the killer from the start. I mean, besides what you said earlier, but she says something. She says, "You're all
You're all gonna die
you're all gonna fucking die here." And he's like, "Oh damn," and it's like, and he gets mentioned up later on by the guy. Is like, "Oh, is that what do you mean by that? We're all gonna die, fucking die, whatever." She kind of brushes it off like, "Oh, I was just messing around,"
Hmm.
or even that scene where that she shows the blood against the like the cement wall or whatever it was. She's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
my friend, that's my friend got bashed there, I think, or
Yeah,
got
her
killed there."
head. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, then that's really one of the reasons. Like, oh, she wanted revenge for her fallen friends before.
Yeah.
A bit fucked
Yeah.
up that she bought the new people as like pretty much like baits, but
Bait. That's what she said. She's like, "You're all bait."
you're all bait.
But just like,
shit.
it's really fucked up when you really think about it. It's like, so she wanted revenge for her friends, so she made new friends, so they could go die to revenge her old friends. Like, what? So confused.
I love how
Like,
she
she had-
tried to try to seduce the guy before, like, oh, let's go, Zayu, let's go, let's have sex, or in the water. It was in the water, or just like over in
Yeah,
overall.
yeah.
Just like, is that what? He just dies.
Yeah.
The Flash guy comes out.
Then he gets killed.
Yeah, seduced.
Yeah. And then what was the fourth movie? Was the
The
chick who thought she heard ghosts or something in our house.
yeah, like ghost children, and her
Yeah.
supposedly boyfriend. They're like on like a Skype call, or whatever.
hmm
Like he's supposed to be somewhere else.
Yeah, that one was probably the most confusing to me because it did, and maybe that's like that's part of the mystery. That one was more of a ghost slash mystery type of horror feel to it. And I didn't even think about this like while I was watching it, but yeah, each little film is like just a different type of horror. Like basically, it was all the different genres of horror in one movie. Because this one was like the alien slash ghost kind of one. Like
Paranormal.
it was really weird, honestly. Like you never really understood. That was probably the one I didn't like the most. Like I don't know. Like I mean, and not that it was bad. It was just my least favorite one to watch. Like she thought it was ghosts, and then it sounds like the guy is taking orders from something else. And that he's like basically having children being bred through these women. And then these women are all like brainwashed or something. And then, at the very end of that movie, he is doing the same thing to a different girl. So it's just like, so does he do this to a lot of girls and brainwash them? And like the way it kind of seemed to me was that like, they were using the women's host as like alien, using the women's body as like hosts for like their babies, and then like basically making them I wouldn't say forget, but like the children still lived in the house with them. So like that's why like they kept hearing like children stuff. Like basically they would just like they just didn't know. They didn't know they had kids, and I guess how often it was happening. I guess those kids were growing up really fast because even that baby that he pulled out of her back, which was really weird too, pulled the baby out of her back. It was very small. And, the little kid behind her was like a grown kid, like 6 or 7 or 8. Oh, it was really weird.
Like how that girl, she was like opening up her arm, just get like he's like, hey, don't do that. I'll
Dude.
go check it out. Like get
That
over
was
there.
probably the most craziest part, or one of the most craziest parts until like the end. Because it was a hole, and it was missing like that much meat, like into her arm, and he's just like, pour some alcohol and peroxide. Like, dude, first of all, I don't know if you've ever read the back of a peroxide or alcohol bottle, but if it's an a deep open wound, you're not supposed to put peroxide or alcohol into it. It's just supposed to be for like scrapes and cuts. Like it's not supposed to be for giant freaking holes in your arm, which is what she had. So I was just like, dang, like
It was this real. Ugh.
and this guy's supposed to be a doctor? Like I was confused. Yeah, it was weird. Like she was tripping out hard. For the right reason, to be honest. But like yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was a weird one, yeah. They're
Well,
all
you
kind of
mean
weird, but
he
that
got
was
his
one.
he got his
Major
little
one.
booby show for both girls.
Yeah,
And so, hey,
we got booby shows for both of them.
for both of them.
There's boobies all throughout this movie, guys. Just so y'all know.
Yes.
There's boobies like
Even
right from the beginning, and then,
the
then there's
beginning,
boobies.
the first
Just
story with the succubus.
yeah, there's boobies there, and then what was the
Uh,
second? No, there's nothing in that second one, right?
no, there's nothing in the second one.
And then the third one was I don't think there's anything there either.
Camp. There's little teases like they were gonna hit that direction, but they didn't go anywhere. The
And
fourth
then
one,
the
like,
fourth,
we gotta bring it back.
yeah, we got boobs again,
Got boobs again.
twice. And then the third one, I don't think there was boobs. Or
The
the last
fifth,
one, I mean.
the fifth one, the haunted house one.
The Haunted House. The last of the horror movies. The Haunted House and Exorcism.
So that one starts out like you have these college kids, whatever, or I would assume they're around college. College. They go to this house where they think it's gonna be a Halloween party because it's set on Halloween night. Uh, they go there thinking there's a party. They see no one in the living room, so they decide to explore more in the area. They're like going upstairs. Wait, well, while they're doing all that, you can see like there's things in the background. Like you'll see freaking a girl in a white dress already, or in the area, or
Mhm.
just different things like, oh yeah, you want to get out of there. But then anyways,
Yeah,
they go.
there was a bear that he picked up that had cuts in it. And then, like, later on, you find that same bear in a different area in the house. I was just like, oh, that was that bear from earlier.
Don't they go like through like it was like the restroom area, I believe,
To get to the upstairs,
the upstairs,
yeah, it was like a restroom area.
the attic area. So they hear things going on. They and of course they're real curious. Like, oh, is this where the party's at? And you
Yeah.
just see a group of men, which they are like a cult. They have this girl tied up, and of course the dudes, the college dudes, they think that it's all just the Halloween little act thing. And while these guys, this cults, they're like saying whatever. I don't.
Well, it sounded, just from what I was hearing them, they were having an exorcism. Because they were talking about, cast her out, my lord, or blah, 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 my lord. They were, he given an exorcism to a girl. To me, I kind of already, by listening to what they were saying, I could tell that, an exorcism was happening and that this girl was going to end up being evil. I kind of knew that from the beginning, like not from the beginning, but from that little part. Because I was like, dude, they're saving the girl and she's going to end up, like, that's why, like, I don't know if you noticed, but at some point, right, you start seeing these crows fly by, right, at the end, whenever they're, picking her up, taking them to the car, you start seeing the crows fly by. Well, at some point, when they're inside the car, you see a crow fly through the car, like fly in front of the camera, but inside the car. And I was like, whoa, that was kind of cool. Like, and then at that point, I was like, dude, this girl's possessed by a demon or something. And, she's the reason weird shit keep happening. And I was like, dude, you were out of the house. Don't go back for that girl.
They're
And
like
he
they're about
went-
to go out and like, we got to go back up there.
And he went back up there, man. Like, freaking, the urge to not, that's what it is too. It's just like, it's the urge to not pay attention to the situation. If they would have actually listened to what they were saying, them being like, oh, they're having an extra, or the words they were saying, like, cast her out, my lord, or whatever the hell they were saying. Something about my lord.
Pick number 3, my lord.
You would have assumed, at least me, I would have assumed, like, dude, that girl is probably possessed. Like, this isn't none of our business. Let's get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't know, man. It was really weird.
Like, and once they got the girl, they're escaping. I don't know what it was, basement, tunnel area.
Yeah.
It's like real dark, and then you see the hands popping out everywhere. Like, oh, run! They get out of the like a back gate door, whatever it was. go into the car, and that's whenever they
Oh, it
go
was
like,
like a basement opening or something.
yeah, they go to they're driving like really they're driving away. They uh they get stopped at a train track,
Hmm.
and that's whenever they see the girl out of the car, the bird, whatever, and everything. The girl's face, she screams, and you see like she's like a demonic whatever type of thing. And they're
Hmm.
trying to get out of the car, and the car's all locked and everything, and then the freaking train just goes. That's how that story pretty much ends.
This is the whole movie ended, right?
No, it didn't end right away. After that story ends, it goes back into the main story overall with the assholes who broke who broke into the old guy's house.
Uh huh.
I think it's like the main last guy and
No,
the
he
old
died right before that.
did he?
Yeah, he gets killed off by that old guy, and then it starts the next movie for some reason. The last movie.
I guess it ends that way. I think the reason why I'm going back to that thing because after as soon as it ends like that, the closeout credits was them all together. Like it just showing like a replay of what
Yeah,
happened in
it
the
was a
beginning,
replay. Yeah,
but with the music dubbed over it.
yeah. Yeah, those guys were, the movies do it. Like, whenever the movie started, I was just like, dude, I kind of hate these guys.
There's
Because
no
they're
like
just punks. They're assholes. They're
punks.
just people that have no lives, so that all they can do is cause chaos, like, because they have no structure in their lives. And it was just so annoying to watch. And then they all died, so I felt bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
dislikes.
Dislikes. Dislikes. Dislikes. The I guess the fourth one was like as far as story, the fourth one was least favorite.
Was that the one that I said I didn't like either?
The guy being the doctor, the supposedly doctor. Yeah, yeah. The one you're saying you really like.
Yeah, I
Um,
think like okay, so I gave this sketch praise earlier for being creative for using, the glitch guy in a movie
glitch
kind of
guy.
theme thing, the glitch killer, but also at the same time, like, it was just, which I think they did it on purpose. Like I said, they wanted to kind of like put, a bunch of horror movies in one. Like, those teens were like the worst acting ever. Not the worst acting ever, but it was pretty bad acting.
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
it was
most
better
part.
acting than Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually only like this much better. Just like a hair better than Thanksgiving. But no, the acting on there I thought was pretty not that great. The girl on the second movie, her acting was great. I didn't know that. I didn't, that ending twist. Like, I just did not expect that, that part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I mean, they all kind of did a really good job. But like I said, they probably did that bad acting, one on purpose, just to like give it that full circle teen slash, thrill, because they all kind of do bad acting for the most part. It's just kind of like part of the genre almost at this point. That you're just if you're in a teen slasher flick, you just are a bad actor.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the plot of why the guys broke in. It was just like it was like the weakest plot ever. I have a lead that if we break into this house and steal this one video, we'll make a lot of money. The guy said I'll know what it looks like when I see it.
I don't know what it looks like.
And then he says he said the guy said I'll know what it looks like when I see it, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just like, dude, like, what the fuck was, like, who goes and breaks into a house that's almost like a, because they're the way they were explaining it, it was like they looked like it was a rich person's house, like kind of like a mansion or something. That's what they were trying to explain in the beginning of the movie. So like, who breaks into a house without like proper knowledge of what you're looking for and what you're trying to grab, and like, I guess they got who lived there, but like still, like it was just like it was really bad information. Like who goes and tries to rob a house on that much information? Like it seems so silly to me. That was the plot, kind of. It was also kind of like weird, and I don't want to say lame, but kind of lame, that like you never really saw how the people kept disappearing who were watching the movies. You would assume it's the old guy who was supposed to be dead, but he kept moving every once in a while and wasn't in his chair. But like, you don't see the brutal killings or nothing, like, which would have been cool. They just kept disappearing one by one after the movies were done. Those are my only gripes, I think.
Your gripes.
What about you?
I don't. I keep like the second story. I liked it, but then I don't know. It was kind of a meh type of. I guess because it was the guy's girlfriend, the guy's girlfriend's girlfriend who happened to be the killer or whatever that was around the area, and it's kind of dry off in the car.
Yeah, like that was really, it was really strange to me.
I think it would have just been cooler that it just been like a complete random person.
Well, like I thought it was cool that it was the girlfriend, because it was just like you never would have expected it. Like that's what I was saying. She was such a good actor. Like you just wouldn't expect that she was the killer, and like to think she hired somebody or found, and you could tell too, because like she found like a fall girl or a fall person to kill her boyfriend for her. Now, let's not get into the most easiest thing ever, which is, dude, if you really didn't like that guy, you should have just left him. Like, you didn't have to kill him. You could have just left. And they were married, I believe, because I kept seeing a ring on the guy's finger. So I'm assuming they were married. But, like, at the very end, the girl who kills the guy, is panicking. She's like, "Did you erase the evidence?" And, it's kind of one of those when you really think about it, you're like, well, if I'm watching it, then no, she did not erase the evidence. She purposely left it on there because she wanted to frame her so she wouldn't get in trouble for killing her boyfriend. Or not frame her. I mean, she did kill her, but it's just when I started thinking about it, like really thinking about it, I was like, dude, that's intense. Like, this chick is using this girl to kill off her husband so she can, like, I guess, be free. I don't know what was going on with that situation. Like I said, easiest solution sounds like leaving, but maybe there was something else going on that we didn't see behind the scenes.
I love how like after you guys might solo whatever, they're still trying to go to Vegas, or he wanted to go to Vegas.
Huh?
No one like because he gets his money robbed. That second story, he's they want to go somewhere else. Like we can make it work still, I guess. Dude just got robbed and he still wants to go out.
Yeah. I don't know. It was kind of weird.
But yeah, I guess overall, I mean, it was the third story was, I guess, my least least dislike of the whole movie
The
itself.
fourth story.
The fourth story.
Yeah, the last one was pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean the last one
overall,
went pretty fast. That one,
which one? The last one?
the last one, yeah, it was quick, but I mean it was cool. And the whole visual aspect.
Yep. But I mean, really, that was only my only dislikes. So slogans.
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 Slow.
So what's the original?
That's it's a good question.
Oh,
Uh,
VHS. Nobody has a player anymore.
noise. Slogans. Oh yeah,
I wonder if the Ring ever upgraded to a DVD
did
instead of a killer disc or a killer cassette video. VHS is a killer DVD.
I don't remember. I mean, I saw Rings only once, which is the third movie.
Mm.
Rings.
Ring. Fun slogan.
I tried to buy slogan.
Oh,
What's that? I don't know if it's my connection or. Let's see, where the hell's that?
So yeah, I mean,
I don't
this
know.
weather's been pretty crazy over here. I drove to work, and work's like maybe 5 or 6 blocks away, which isn't that far. But my boss had to drive me back home yesterday because I couldn't take my car through all the heavy water. So like I was like carless yesterday after I got home, which is kind of weird. I was just like, I'd have to take my dog to use the bathroom, and I'm just out in the rain with my car missing and my dog and my yard flooded. Just like, dude, why is everything all messed up?
So on that poster, the VHS on the thing, it's like it says this collection is killer. This collection is killer.
Nice. That collection is killer.
This collection is killer. Yeah. I don't know. But is it even
VHS. Watch DVD.
VHS? Is this the right one? Is this the one? Just looking for that tape, we can't find it. VHS. Don't worry, you will not get haunted by watching this movie.
VHS. Was everything like digital and then they like put it on tape?
What?
Well, like, you know, the very first one that we watched. It was a guy with glasses on. So it had to be
Glasses.
like a SD card or something in the glasses.
Transfer to VHS.
And they transferred it to VHS, yes.
I mean,
Whiplash.
that's on custom on VHS.
Custom on VHS?
That's custom VHS, meaning this is not an actual release that was made for VHS.
Did you
Yeah.
you ordered it online and got it made?
There's a seller on Instagram, known as am I saying that right? I might butcher the name, but I believe it's Devon's home video. Devon's.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like I'm butchering the name, but yeah, it's Devon's.
Um,
But that
VHS.
they make cool custom VHSs. Shout out.
You know, you make a really good point, Nick.
What?
We haven't shouted out our homies, the Cinnamon Movie Podcast people. So check out the Cinnamon Movie Podcast with our homies who put out new podcasts on Spotify or wherever you listen to streaming music like this, podcasts like this, every Monday and Thursday. I think right now they're still doing the Thursday, the A24 films. I'm still excited to know what series they're going to start actually following after that's done. But check them out. You know, they're great guys. They've been kind of hyping us up, and I actually been listening to them, and they've been, you know, they're actually really entertaining to listen to. So go check them out, the Cinnamon Movie Podcast. Yeah, Facebook, too, stuff. Yeah, Cinnamon Movie Podcast.
Yeah.
Man, I might have to make a rap for them.
You can make his a rap.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a Cinnamon Movie Podcast rap.
So that's that what you got for you got a freestyle right now? That's all you got for slogans, right?
Slogans. Yeah.
Slogans, yeah.
That's all I got for slogans.
How we would have ended it. How would you have ended it? I don't know if this is for story wise, as far as the each stories that was sold, or the overall closure of the story they're going off of around.
I mean, honestly, I can't really think of anything because, like, you know, the way this movie was made, it's not like there was a real story. I mean, all the jackasses died by the end of the movie, so that was pretty much, you know, I didn't want any of them to live, so yeah, that's it. I mean, and every single story had a twist, so it's like if we were even to go further and be like, how would you have ended each story? Maybe one of the stories. Like all the stories had a good ending. It's like I don't see a problem with any of them. Honestly, like, you know, for a movie that I only give a 3.5, close to a 4, like it was pretty much the perfect movie for how each little story was.
Yeah, this is one of those movies where it actually becomes a problem. I don't know.
I'm gonna give it a 4. It's getting a 4 now. It's officially a 4.
You beat me to it. I think I was gonna actually boost it to a 4, but you jumped the gun before me.
Gotta be quicker than that.
I gotta be quicker than that. Is this my first of the season of going like switching it? I think normally it's just you by yourself doing all the switching.
Yeah, I'm the one that switches it around by the end. This is your first. I think this is your first.
All right,
All
then
right,
I go
I'm
4.
gonna retract mine back to 3.5.
What? You can go back to 3 now.
So you can do your 4, and then I'm gonna boost mine back up to 4.
He rewinded it like VHS style.
VHS style, exactly.
Rewind. Be kind, rewind is what they used to say on home video rentals.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think I would have ended really anything differently. Everything kind of ended as unexpected and as good as I think everything should have ended.
All right, this is a segment that's normally called Who is the Hottest? Or
We're still
I
doing
don't know.
that?
We still do it?
I thought we quit.
I think you tried to quit by yourself.
Yeah, because we know there's no girls half the time. This one's different. There was a lot of tits. I will give them that. But
Horror Babe of the Week goes to the Succubus.
you like the Succubus?
I don't know.
I think
try to remember
you know who
that.
I thought was the hottest? It was the girl that passed out next to the Succubus. I thought she was hot.
Oh, the one they're trying to
Yeah, the redhead.
have their way with.
Or I don't know if she was a natural redhead, but I think she had red dyed hair. She was pretty
How about
hot.
the blonde girl in the third Or
She
even
was
the
like yeah, she was attractive, but I don't think she was hot. Like, it was almost like generic hot. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
generic
You know what I thought was also pretty hot was the first girl from the doctor video chat one.
the short hair.
I thought that short haired girl was pretty hot. But the second girl had better boobs. God, we're so misogynistic right now. This is why we have to change this before we
Hey,
get canceled.
we're not judging them on their bodies, we're judging them on their face.
Well, I'm sorry they showed their tits like every other one. But yeah, I would give it to, I think, yeah, the middle one, the girl with the short hair. I liked her.
You know, this segment, initially, I think the way I had it planned out wasn't just like I don't know.
You
I
just
guess I
wanted
know.
to say Patrick Wilson.
Patrick
Oh,
Wilson. Patrick Wilson's
He's like,
face.
dude, he's the babe, dude.
He pretty much too. No, like initially, I think this segment the way it's supposed to go down is if we choose two different girls, that's pretty much supposed to be like a debate type of thing. Why do you think this person's the hottest? Why do I think this person's the hottest? But I feel like for majority of the movies
If I told you
that it's
why
only
I think
majority-
this girl's the hottest, we'd definitely be canceled. Because then I'd have to show you, and then I can't show that on camera, so we can't do that. You just can't. I'm sorry. I think we need to change the segment.
You want to change the segment?
I mean, that's just, that's why I was going on. We should just do plot holes, but I always end up saying my plot holes and my dislikes every time. So, I mean,
Your plot holes.
there's always plot holes, man. Like, who the fuck was that guy talking to whenever he was pulling a baby out of a girl's back?
He was talking to that alien. What's his name? Who's I don't know if that was the alien's name is. The one's the
And you know
The
what was even
Scientologist
more
really-
weird? And what made me think it was aliens is that you saw that weird flashing happening. And then she like passed out right afterwards. And it was just like, what was the flashing? Those kids like giving her the 1-2 or what? Like, hoo hoo, and then she like knocked out and like see us all stars. I don't know, man. That was really weird. And I didn't get my answers.
your
And-
answers.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just yeah. Yeah. And then
What if-
about like I said, the weak plot for the guy, going and breaking into the house to begin with, like that was just lame.
What if for the segment? All right. If it goes away, then what if we do like we do one of those reunion a year anniversary the specials?
You know which one I really enjoyed that we did by accident during the Darkness Falls was the what if this character played that character? When I was doing Samuel L. Jackson. That was fun.
The recast.
The recast, exactly.
I was going with for the special episodes that we do, and we should do I guess throughout all the movies, it's the true definitive who was the hottest one out of all the movies we reviewed.
Yeah,
Instead of doing
that'd
this.
be pretty cool. That one, at least one chick from every movie. It's pretty hot. They always have to have a scream queen, man.
Scream Queen, horror babe of the week,
Horror babe of the year,
of the year,
of the season,
of the
We're gonna do
season of the bad guy.
season of the bad guy. That's season 3, season of the bad guy.
No, it's like the October-ish time,
Oh,
October month, season of the bad guy.
season of the bad guy. Man, it's almost coming close already. What, 3 more months? It's almost our time, man.
Our time to shine,
Oh,
shine.
you.
Got anything else before we close ourselves out?
No, I'm giving this movie a 4 now. I like it.
Cuatro machetes.
Yeah, they did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
It is one of those movies, though, for you to really enjoy and give it a 4. You have to watch it all the way through. You just watch like the first 10 minutes or the first like 20 minutes. You're gonna be like, that movie was ass.
You don't watch the rest of it. Just cut it off like.
Yeah. You're like, what are they doing? They're breaking into the house. This quality sucks. Yeah, they're just breaking shit. They basically raped that girl, but like didn't, but did.
It was.
That girl in the very beginning where they hold her down and pull up her shirt so you can show her tits.
Well, yeah.
Like they basically raped that girl, but they didn't, but they did.
But they didn't. But they did.
Yeah, exactly. Like they basically raped her.
Well, I have been the bad guy. You can follow
You've
me.
been the bad guy. Are you now
I've
the
been
good
the
guy?
bad. What?
Are you now the good guy?
I'm far from the good guy.
The good guy Nick F.
The good guy Nick F.
For friends? Nick Friends?
Nick Friends. Nick. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I'm gonna go there. There's a word. At Nick H 2313 on Twitter and the bag Nick H 2313 on Insta, or you can do the alternate Instagram account, the bad guy 2013. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Emo Soul Productions. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close out with that. I don't really have much to plug in. And Mr. Fuentes.
Hi, I've been the Mr. Fuentes. You can watch me rap things and do stuff on Spotify and anywhere you listen to streaming stuff. Yeah, you can. I'm a rapper. I don't know if you know that. I do rap stuff. You can check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to streaming music. To search Mr. Fuentes, like it says on the screen, right down there. Mr. F.U. Fuentes. And then you can follow me on like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and wherever. Pretty much, even if you want to pay me, like PayPal or something, it's at Mr. Fuentes 361. But yeah, I mean, thank y'all for listening. I really appreciate you guys. Again, shout out to the Cinema Movie Podcast. You're awesome, and thank y'all for helping us spread the word about our podcast and us spreading the word about y'all's. I mean, we're out here doing our thing, and hell yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Very,
Thanks
very
for-
nice. Very nice.
Thank you for tuning in on the audio or visually. Means a lot.
Visually, it's neat to see these two sexy.
Oh, you get to see this shirt I'm wearing right here. Nick Castle drinking Dr. Rare.
It's a sexy, sexy shirt.
It is a sexy shirt.
I'm gonna lick it.
Oh, you want to lick?
Okay.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Yeah, it's a quick shout out to my brother. He got me that shirt.
Nice.
On my birthday gifts.
Hell
Remember,
yeah.
folks, always been on the bad guy. Thanks for watching.
Peace.